Dumpster Divas, welcome back to the podcast. It is a wild week here in the dumpster. And a wild week calls for one of the premier pop culture encyclopedias on the internet. Kelli, aka Laguna Biatch, is here. Make sure to follow all of Kelli's projects. We have Beyond the Blinds as well as Nostalgia and Now. Kelli, I had to call in the big guns to help me unpack the mess that's online, and a fellow summer house lover like yourself. Welcome back to the show. What's up?
Thank you so much for having me. I was telling Tom before we started recording, I cannot stop talking about West and Amanda. And if I'm not talking about West and Amanda, I'm talking about Taylor Frankie Paul. I'm just on a loop. I'm on a full reality TV
She should feel lucky today, this week. She should feel lucky. Not a headline in sight.
And there won't be for at least probably 2 more weeks for her.
Well, and the thing with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is they don't have a show airing or in production anymore. But Summer House is going to continue to air, and then the reunion's going to film, and then the city's going to air. So like this will probably take over a large umbrella of the Bravo or just of the reality TV conversation, I feel like. And they are not filming anything right now.
Which is crazy. They could pick cameras back up immediately.
Well, my greater problem with those girls is that, and really the execs behind them, too much too fast. Like that show aired, I threaded this the other day, but like the first season premiered on Disney Plus or Hulu or wherever in September of 2024. We haven't even hit, that's not 2 years ago.
I know.
And they're already in production on season 5.
I thought you meant pick up cameras for Summer House. But yes, I do think the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives need a break. And I said that on Beyond the Blinds. I was like, it's too much too quick. We're watching like a reunion while they're filming the other season. And then we're watching the reunion they just filmed on the next season. It's way too much.
Yeah. No, they do need to pick up cameras for Summer House. But at the same time, Summer House is dealing with another issue, which is that they also have a lot of content in the pipeline because they filmed a whole series that I feel like if anything, they unfortunately have to add whatever West, Amanda, Kyle backlash happens onto the city to get people to watch that. Because right now the city is going to have a plot that we deeply don't care about.
Exactly.
It's a marriage that she's not in, a relationship she's not in anymore, you know?
We're going to watch her struggle to be single while she was allegedly banging West the whole time.
And I don't think, from what I've heard, he's not in that show at all.
Oh, okay. Well, now
that's
he
what
is.
I heard. What I heard, it's really just Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsay. So Andrea and his wife, I guess, are in it.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a theory that this old people party, you know how they like had the random couple come in?
Oh, yeah.
That like was in the house. He's British and I think she's American, but I have a theory that it's like they're involved somehow and they're trying to soft launch them. But like, I don't think Sierra's not in the city either.
No, I think Danielle will make some cameos from what I've read. I am not a Danielle hater, and that is my hottest take.
Wait, you're not a Danielle hater. Can we get into that?
I'm just not. I think that, like, we've all been annoying friends at certain points, and we've all probably stuck our nose too far into other people's business. And, yeah, I just think Danielle did that on television, and that's why it was annoying. But I loved how hard she rode for Lindsay.
That's a good point. And honestly, like, in hindsight, like, we were sitting here, I mean, I never loved Amanda, but we were sitting here talking about how much we hated Danielle when Amanda was seemingly the least girl's girl of all the girls on that show, you know, which I've been screaming from the mountaintops, I have to say, but since before I even had a mic, like but yeah, that's a good point. And hindsight is 2020 with a lot of these relationships. My only thing with Danielle though, is that I can't stand when people do the like, do you know who or what I am? And her doing the like, I am a CEO and founder. That will forever live in my brain as one of the most cringe sentences on Bravo. For an app that doesn't exist anymore.
It's so crazy. I think I like her cringe. I think like I enjoyed how cringy she was. And did I agree with her all the time? No, but I don't agree with most reality stars like all the time. Yeah. And what was it, last season when she was being really crazy about Lindsay being pregnant. I was like, unfortunately, get me a few drinks back in the day and I'd be the exact same way.
Well, I know. Oh my God. Like, I am the one, I so identified with Bailey this season when she was just like, well, you want to fuck a man? Because that is, guys, for those that don't know me, like out in these streets, that is me, unfortunately. Like if I have one savvy bee, I'm like, so when are we going to talk about how the two of you don't talk anymore?
Totally. That's why I stopped drinking, because I was just causing too much chaos.
You're like, there's too much drama around me.
And it's like me fully creating all of it. Oops.
Wait, before we get into all of the headlines, I just want to do a couple plugs at the top. Tell everyone about Nostalgia and Now, because I know that's a return project for you, but maybe newer to some newer listeners and followers of you.
Yeah, Nostalgia and Now, it's just fun for me. Beyond the Blinds, we talk about so much dark, horrible stuff, which I love, but it's just kind of my, it's my child that I started in 2019 and I abandoned for years and years. So now I'm doing 2 episodes a week, typically 1 solo and 1 with a guest. I just had Mandy Matney on, who is a part of the Murdoch podcast. She was great. Soon I'm going to have someone from Laguna on. Donnie is going to be on this upcoming episode. We talk about Glee, and it's just fun. Like, I love to laugh and be silly, and I don't get to do that very often on Beyond the Blinds.
Guys, do go see Beyond the Blinds when they come to a city near you, though, because the show is so fun. And while you're saying, like, you don't laugh, like, within the confines of the podcast, the live show is not like that. Like, you guys are, it's also being with a bunch of people that are all, like, brain rot and online too much. Like, it's so fun to be like, wait, did you also see that so-and-so was wearing a hat that was branded with this? Then you're like, yeah, oh my God. Like, it's just like, we're just brain rot. It's like a brain rot group hang. It's so fun. So
well, thank you.
Go subscribe, everyone, to Nostalgia Now, to Beyond the Blinds, all the things.
Thank you.
Also, a quick business thing here on the show. I am relaunching the Patreon. I haven't been posting content on there in a bit, but relaunching it starting on Monday, April 6th. And you guys can get early access to all of the episodes here on the show, as well as ad-free content and a monthly live with me and a guest and just the chat of all y'all gabbing about the news of the month. So go check that out at patreon.com/dumpsterdivepod. And let's get into the mess. Kelly, ready?
I'm excited.
So we both released emergency episodes yesterday on our respective platforms. I'm sure every podcast you listen to has also done that as well. Wes and Amanda have confirmed with a joint statement that they are together? ? The statement left a lot of questions for me and for most people, probably including Sierra and Kyle. What were your thoughts on the statement that heard around the Instagram?
I thought it was dumb. I thought, it sounds like it was a situationship or hooking up. It doesn't sound like it was serious. And I'm like, so what? Now you guys are going to be a couple? Like, I think it would have been much better if they decided, like, hey, we're going to start hooking up, but let's kind of put a statement out there. And if Amanda said, I misjudged, I had a lapse in judgment, and I hooked up with West, and I'm not proud of it. I'm so sorry, Sierra. Like, I think she should have said those words. I don't know about West. What's unfortunate is West is going to be fine in all of this, even though he should get just as much, if not more, smoke than Amanda. But I think if Amanda said it was a lapse in judgment, it won't happen again, I made a mistake, mistakes happen, I can't wait to grow from this, and I hope Sierra forgives me. But not saying Sierra's name and just saying, like, we had a connection that grew and we didn't know what it was and we're sorry,
It's kind of giving ChatGPT.
Yeah, it did. It did give that. They just, like, spoke into their phone and whatever came up, they're like, that's good.
Yeah, and also, hey, chat, can you remove any mention of I or names and replace it with we and that, this, them? I'm
Weird.
like, it's crazy to me that there was not at the end of it, like an I am sorry.
Right, that's it.
Like, it's so upset because when you write it as a we, you're further doubling down on this idea that you guys are like a couple. Which I don't think anyone even thought that you guys were a couple officially. I think we all thought the situationship just from the pieces we were putting together because it's been so quick.
Yeah.
But
Did you
yeah,
get
it
any DMs
really
in
was a
like
bummer.
February?
What'd you say?
Did you get any DMs back in February? Because I know a lot of people were. We got one on like February 22nd, and it was the day of the snow day. And someone said they saw West and Amanda making out, and she was straddling West. And like, there was no social media to like confirm they were even together till the next day. And I was like, holy shit.
So I did not get DMs, but our friend Samantha Bush and I had happy hour. She was like visiting the city, and it was around that time. And she was like, "I think it's happening," and I was like, "Girl, you are so crazy.
Sam
You
and I
must
were
have lost
deep.
your mind."
And it's because I was in the group chat being like, it's true, it's true, it's true.
Yeah, we should have patched you into the happy hour and been like, "Kelly, is this real?"
Yeah.
For some reason, when Sam delivers it, I'm like, I think that she's just like trying to make me laugh. And then if you delivered it, I would be like, absolutely. I can't describe it. It's like you just feel like a hard news source.
I'm a little more strict about what I report on.
That's no shade towards Sam.
No.
We love you, Sam. No, yeah, she had told me about it, and I had mentioned on the pod like a month ago that was, or longer than that there were some rumors that rumblings, but I found it hard to believe because I too was kind of, bamboozled by West's charm. I'm not a West like lover. I liked him a lot his first season, but the last season and then this one, I've been like a West kind of like neutralist, to be honest. I'm like, I think he's necessary for the show. It's kind of refreshing that he is like seemingly a nicer straight guy. This is me, not as of now, obviously, but like, and so I think I kind of found it hard to believe that he would do something like this, and I got bamboozled just like a lot of the people that are on that show did, it seems, because he has been bamboozling.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah, it's I think that the bar is so, and we can talk freely here because both of us are deeply not straight.
Deeply.
We're not closing the computer to go talk to our straight partner, so we can talk openly. The bar for straight men is in hell. Like if a straight man, and I've said this 5,000 times, but like if a straight man just supports women's right to choose or trans rights or gay marriage or like anything that is just like a social issue that we're begging for people to pay attention to, if they just pick one of those and be like, I do support that, we're like, okay, I'm in love.
You're like,
But guys, that is the bare minimum. I will say it forever. Like believing in women's autonomy, believing in trans rights and gay rights, all this is literally the bare minimum. But we fall on this idea that like they're this extraordinary breed of men who are left leaning or, vote in a way that supports our autonomy. But it's like, that's really the bare minimum. West can still be a bad guy and also be a Democrat.
yeah, exactly. It's funny. I was talking to my fiance Blair about it, and she was like, when they showed up, I knew the show was done. Because I used to say, like, Jesse wouldn't be nice to me because I'm not going to sleep with him. And he probably has no interest in sleeping with me. But, like,
Jesse
West.
won't talk to anyone he doesn't want to fuck.
Exactly. Whereas West would be like, oh, you're gay, cool, high five. And I'm like, but that's why I like him. And she's like, that shouldn't be a reason why you like him.
No, Kelly, I literally thought the same thing. Yeah. I mean, I've had Wes Wilson here on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might re-release the episode. It's not gonna really do that much though, because like we recorded it right after the first part of the reunion had aired. I had booked him before the reunion had aired, so I didn't know that he had dropped the ball with Sierra. So then the recording, I was like, oh fuck, like I don't like him at this point, but like I don't know that I'm ready to absolutely like eviscerate him. And so it was a very kind of nice chat. It's back in the back. Honestly, go subscribe to the Patreon. It's on the Patreon if you just go look up Wes Wilson. But I was like, oh, he seems nice. I was like, yeah, sure. In reality, I was bamboozled by him.
Well, a lot of us were. A lot of us truly were.
Yeah.
I was like, he looks like Robin Williams. Surely he can't be the devil.
Right. So some things that have happened since I recorded less than 24 hours ago. So it has been revealed that West allegedly was dating a woman in Montana and they were exclusive. And she found out that he had been cheating on her. At the same time, we all found out that he was in a relationship or in a situationship with Amanda.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Also, not to blame the woman. This is not what I'm trying to do, but you live in Montana and you're dating West, who lives in New York City and is a Bravo celebrity and basically broke up with Sierra so he could fuck random girls sliding into his DMs.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up because this actually brings me to a larger idea about what happened to Wes Wilson. And that is that I think he has been kind of unfuckable until he got on camera by Gen Pop. And then all of a sudden on the show, he walks in with this swag and it's an edited show where we get to like see him as this like kind of savior character in a lot of these seasons when compared to people like Kyle and Jesse's fuckboy behavior. And I think that it's just we're all refreshed by him, and so people are just rabid for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's not had that attention sexually until he was on this show. I mean, he kind of alluded to it right on the first season he was on, that reunion. He was like, I did not know that the fans were like this. And essentially that was why he broke up with Sierra. I think that I agree with you. Like this Montana woman, like you look beautiful. I saw your photo and it would not surprise me that he would want to be with you. But I think he's just looking for attention.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a puppy dog. Like anything that walks by him, he's like, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know if this was Dumois or someone else, but reported that West had hooked up with Sierra 2 weeks ago.
I heard that, and I heard they allegedly hooked up around the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes this even messier and more confusing. And then, now I'm actually really curious to hear your take on this because Dumois now is fully in backpedal mode in a way that is so bizarre.
I know.
And as the home base for like really salacious blind items, I find it really confusing that you're having to kind of put out statements to like be kind, be nice when you are half the reason that we fueled this. I'm curious about your thoughts on this because you and Troy report so much on blind items and do get them. Like, what is your take on Dumas' place like in the middle of all this?
Well, what's interesting is we broke it on Beyond the Blinds before it was even talked about on Dumois, and Dumois started talking about like Beyond the Blinds got DMs, Beyond the Blinds, and they did the same thing when they decided they didn't want to do blind items. They were like, listen to Beyond the Blinds. So sometimes we got the ball passed over to us, but Amanda's friends with Dumois, and I don't know if people realize that. Like, Dumois hasn't posted things about Kyle in fear of hurting Amanda. So Amanda does have, or allegedly, I guess I should say, some sort of relationship with Dumois. And that's probably why she's starting to backpedal, being like, I need to post this salacious stuff, but this is also my friend.
Wow. I feel like that is tea right there.
That's just what I've always heard.
It makes sense though to me that she is friends with Dumois, because to me Dumois, I don't know the girl, but she looks exactly like Amanda in my brain. Like that's who runs Dumois.
Yeah, totally.
Was in PR, then positioned, then like reallocated to some sort of like marketing job. Lived in Murray Hill, then moved down to Tribeca, and somehow has money. And you're like, why is this bitch rich?
Yeah, exactly that.
To me, that's Dumois.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about it?
I think we are in a really weird spot with parasocial relationships with our reality stars. And guys, let this be clear. Like, we're going to hate on these people today, but we just like to gab about them and like hate on them because it's like our sports. But like, please do not go get in these people's DMs and like chew them out. Like, unfollow them, block them, don't engage with their content. I think that's totally fine. But like, doxing, like commenting on brand deals, like that all just, it feels like it gets a little messy to me and silly, to be honest. And it just kind of makes you look a little stupid from my perspective. But like, I just, where I get frustrated with Dumois is like, they created the culture of that. Like they created the parasocial relationship in many ways, because there are a lot of things we didn't know about celebrities until people like Dumois started reporting on it. And like, I think you and Troy do an amazing job of like arm's length from
Thank you.
people, and take a very third party like perspective to things that roll in. And it's and when you guys report on things, it's not like, I can't stand that person, let's rat on. It's just like, this is what's coming in. These are the facts. This is like, what do you think based on their history and the culture and etc. Dumois, for me, they seem to just start fires. It doesn't feel like it ever has a real purpose outside of engagement.
I agree. And they also created where like everyone's a paparazzi now. So paparazzi culture's
Yeah.
changed so much, but now anyone with a camera can take a photo of a celebrity and send it to Dumois. I've done it. I've sent one photo to Dumois. I saw Dylan O'Brien at a concert and took a picture and sent it to Dumois.
I have an amazing Dylan O'Brien story,
me.
actually.
Tell me.
So guys, Dylan O'Brien, could not tell you who that person was until this instant. And you'll soon hear why. So I went to a taping of Watch What Happens Live in like, I don't know, 2021. It was like right when they started taping back in the studio again. And we were like having drinks before in the lobby, and if you've ever been to Watch What Happens Live in their studio in Soho, it's very, very small. And when you go up to like the pre-show happy hour room, like you're in the Bravo offices or the Watch What Happens Live offices. Like it's a corporate office. Like you're not like at a bar. They make it look cute and fun, but like it's so small. And so the bathroom that you use is the same bathroom that talent uses. Like, because they don't have private bathrooms in those dressing rooms, because I think they're just honestly reworked cubicles and offices that they get ready in. So I go run to the restroom before the show starts, and this guy is in the restroom, and like we both like finish peeing at the same time and are washing our hands, and he's like, so how's it going? And I was like, fine. And he was like, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Tom. And he's like, okay, I'm Dylan. What's up? And I'm like, hey, like, I'm gonna go back out there and see my friends. And he was like trying to talk with me, and I walk out and I'm like, why was that guy? I was like, that guy was hot. Was he hitting on me? And then I was like, why is he trying to like engage with me? This is so weird. And I get with my friend and I'm like, some like weirdly hot straight guy was like trying to talk to me in the bathroom, but like the vibes are weird because I just like didn't want to talk after just peeing. And then we go and sit down, and we didn't know who was going to be there. We knew Sutton Strack was going to be there, but we didn't know who the other person was going to be. Or it was either Sutton Strack or Jane Lynch, because I've been a couple times. But we go sit down, and then Andy's like, Dylan O'Brien. And then the doors open, and the guy that I was peeing with walks in, and I'm like, okay, wait, what?
Do you think he was trying to flirt with you?
I think he was trying to be like, I'm famous, like you're here for me.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm deeply not here for you, Deepa.
You said never watched a moment of Teen Wolf, actually.
Literally, you could have been anyone. I was like, you're booked for the show? Like, congrats. What did you do?
That's so funny. And you're right. Watch What Happens Live is a strange little venue.
Very weird. I mean, the studio is probably like the size of my living room in New York City. It's so little. So
yeah.
So another headline thing, but yeah, to wrap up the Dumois, I just think it's a little rich coming from Dumois to put out statements about what not to do to people when their whole platform is like exposing things that some of these people wish weren't out there.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It's like, I don't think you can ride both lines. If you're going to just be the blind item world, just do it, and people are going to get mad at you, but you just roll with it. But I don't know. They're playing the two sides of it, and it honestly makes sense if they're friends with Amanda. But then this man also, speaking of men that I don't know, some reporter man that I have never seen this man in my life, but he has a ton of followers, did like a random happenstance interview with Kyle Cook while he's
Adam
wearing
Glenn.
full day glam. He's in full beat. Guys, go watch the video. Look at his face. I'm like, I don't think that man's skin is that smooth. It looks like he has so much concealer on and his face doesn't match his neck.
I know, I know. So that's Adam Glenn, and he is a
Uh-huh.
paparazzi that is on the podcast Hollywood Raw with Dax Holt, who was a part of TMZ. So
Got it.
he's
You just
like
said a
a
lot of names that
I
I've
know,
never
I
heard
know,
of.
I know, but he is from the podcast Hollywood Raw. So I'm sure eventually they'll have Kyle there, but he's known for a walk and talk. He is known in
Yeah,
New York as being like the paparazzi that like a C-list celebrity does a walk and talk with.
got it. Yeah, because he also got one with Andy too, and I so but it felt a little staged. But Kyle in
100%.
this chat was like, he asked about everything that's going on, and Kyle's like, I'm not doing. He was like, I'm doing okay, but I'm really worried for Amanda. Her mental health has never been great, and it feels like everyone is cyberbullying her while West is gaining followers. And for those who don't know, West gained 50,000 followers yesterday.
That's sick.
And I, some people are like, I think it was bot followers. I honestly, y'all, after seeing the way people ride for Craig Conover, it's them.
Wait, can I do a sidebar about Craig?
Please, oh my God, we can always sidebar about that bitch. I
I
can't stand
truly,
his ass.
I truly believe he could be a cult leader with the way women act about him, and he could be the
One thousand
like a
percent.
Jared Leto of Bravo.
1000%.
It's crazy.
That's a good point. I've never thought about that, and we should probably not say it because I don't want him getting any ideas. What would his cult be called? Like Pillow Princesses or something?
Oh my God. The sewers.
The sowers down south. I mean, oh my God, it's just like he has a power over women that is so confusing to me,
Yeah.
and it's always so funny too. It's always the like MAGA girls too that ride hard for these white men on these shows, and I'm like, why not the woman? It's never the woman. And
No.
it always bothers me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Tom Sandoval was able to make a giant comeback. West will be able to do the same thing. Am I saying what
Yeah.
Amanda did was okay? Absolutely not. But it's just, to me, it's unfair that West is going to be fine and Amanda won't.
Now, I will say, guys, we're 30 minutes deep into this. We've lost a couple of people, I'm sure by now. I can speak a little freer. I have to say one thing about Amanda, though. And when we compare it to like the Scandival situation and this, like, Amanda, to me, prior to this, doesn't have the same star quality that a lot of the members of Scandival had to warrant brand deals and things like that. When I saw that she had that weed deal, I was like, that's a great idea. That works great for her brand. That makes sense to me. But like, she doesn't have the reach to be like a fierce villain that goes on to House of Villains.
Right.
Like, she doesn't have she doesn't have that trajectory. Like, I'm genuinely worried what the trajectory is after this, because like, she's royally fucked up and she doesn't have star quality in the confines of Summer House. She wouldn't probably be there if Kyle and her weren't together, And that's where I'm kind of like, well, Wes unfortunately has a little bit more star quality than she does. And there are places for him to go after this. But I don't want her to not make... I'm not trying to be like, don't book Amanda. It's just like... I think she's made a series of fuck-ups here, and I don't think she realizes that there's not as many opportunities on the other side of this show. I mean, she's on 3 shows. She's had
Yeah.
Winter House, Summer House, and The City. And that's all going to be a wash, essentially.
Yeah, I think the best move for Amanda would be to move back to New Jersey and like find someone in
Yeah.
New Jersey, because that's what it seems like she's wanted, is just kind of like
Yeah.
a normal life outside the city. I am sure there's a man in New Jersey that will be kind to her, and that might be like the safest spot for her.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to see a woman like the thing that was different with Scandal is like Raquel was not really friends with Ariana. Like they took Raquel under their wing, you know, because like she was in going through the breakup with James, and like she was still involved within the confines of the show, and she at that point they were like, she seems like a nice girl. Amanda and Sierra were like best friends.
Yeah. But I
That's
will.
so fucked up.
What I was gonna. I know we're not talking about the episode yet, but there's a moment in that episode where I was like, ooh, Amanda sees Sierra as competition, not as a friend.
Well, let's
And
get into it actually.
yeah, the moment when Sierra was like, I finally bought my grandparents' house, and it was this moment of celebration, other than Wes being like, I don't even know how to say congratulations. She's so scary, which is a whole different conversation in itself.
Crazy.
But immediately, instead of saying, I think Amanda was like, good job. I still don't have a house in New Jersey. Like, immediately, she couldn't sit there and just like, be happy for Sierra with something that clearly was really important to her. And if it was your friend,
Yeah.
you don't use that to take a jab at the husband you hate.
That's a good point. I honestly didn't really clock that. I think I'm so used to her like condescension. I just kind of sometimes forget that it even happened. So that's a good thing to recognize. Like I didn't clock that at all. She's not really that supportive, you know?
No, Amanda's always been mean to new girls. And one thing about me with Summer House is I usually like the new girls, which is super unpopular, I know. But even
No, I do too.
yeah, even with Lexi, the way people treated Lexi is still so sick to me. And instead of like trying to be there for her for the reunion, they're all laughing at her and like joking with Jesse Solomon. And that honestly turned me off of Amanda, Paige, and Sierra.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I didn't like how. I mean, I will always say justice for Jules. Those that know. Jules was great TV, but the girls were so mean to her. She was in season 3 or 4, back in the old house, and the pre-COVID house. And then there was that girl, Sam. Wasn't that her name? Sam, the
Sam
blonde
was
girl.
sweet.
Thought she was so funny and so sweet and a great addition. Gabby was only on for a little bit, but like they weren't really that nice to her.
And the
And
viewers were really mean about Gabby. But Gabby was
yeah,
funny. Like if you actually watched her, she was actually really funny to watch.
agreed. I love Maya too. Like I like a lot of these one season Wonder Girl, or they were on more than one season, but you know what I'm saying. Like I agree with you. It doesn't make sense why they're so nasty. It just yeah. And
Yeah.
back to the thing that Wes said about her and the house thing. I just want to remind everyone, like I said this in the emergency recap, but I just want to remind it again. Like this whole situation is different than Scandival for a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is like it's all in the victim of all this is this black woman on this white show. And it's so fucked up. And it's very anti-black to just treat her like a body, especially after she continues to say on the show, on camera, that like she feels like she is just like a sex symbol on the show and not a real person. And and him saying that she's scary and unapproachable, that's also microaggressions. Like it's just really, really, it's just a bummer. And I just want people to continue to recognize how different it is than other scandals that we've had before.
Yeah, I completely agree. Even during that conversation, which I thought they did a great job, I think 2 weeks ago or
Yeah,
last week.
it was the best. It was probably the best conversation around race in America we've had on Bravo.
It was so good, but then even when West was like, "Well, I was being called a racist, and so was my family," it's like, okay, and then like he kept kind of going, and he was like, "I didn't even understand what I did to Sierra until I saw what Lexi did to Jesse in the media," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Full stop. What did Lexi do? One podcast where she said it was weird Jesse and Sierra got lunch on her birthday or whatever? Like, be for real."
yeah, it's fucking gross. He doesn't he doesn't see his privilege as just like a white ex-football player, kind of approachable straight man in this world. Like he can get away with everything.
And he is right now.
He is right now. Yeah, I think, it's hard because I do think I think she's getting more heat, rightfully so in certain scenarios because like Sierra also helped her through the end of her marriage. She's been there for, like they've just been so close. So like I do think Amanda deserves a little heat for that when Wes is just the fuckboy that keeps getting passed around. But he also has mistreated Sierra so much, and I'm so sad to hear that he was still hooking up with her. And yeah. Well, let's get a little lighter moment. So the episode starts on the old people party. Kelli, I would love to get an old people garb with you. I feel like we would have so much fun being dressed up as old biddies at a party.
Let me tell you, I used to work at a nursing home as an activities coordinator. Favorite job ever.
Shut up.
Love old people. I worked with Alzheimer's residents, like specifically. Best time of my life. I had so much fun.
I love old people too. I think sometimes they get a bad rap, like because like that's the pull quote from the episode. Old people sometimes they get a bad rap.
Well, yes, but
well, yes. People treat them like they're like babies, and I'm like it's like old people and babies are like the same to people, and I'm like, no, old people are absolutely laugh out loud funny, unlike babies, and
they can make a joke.
They can actually talk. Okay, heard of it?
Yeah, it's like if I was 80 and in pain all the time, I'd be grumpy too. Sorry.
Yes, of course. And I would love for a gay and a lesbian to walk into my nursing home and be like, try and play Twister with me.
Exactly. I listen to
Let's take this on the road.
A lot of Frank Sinatra and a lot of trivia. That's what's my go-to.
That sounds fun. So yeah, the old people party is, still going strong, and it's so funny how the timing of this party has timed with Christy Nome's ex-husband and the titty bib. It's a week of titty bibs. Titty bibs everywhere I can see.
Thank God. Thank God for that.
What are the chances? I haven't laughed out loud at something in our government in a minute, and that really got me good.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That man just sitting there taking those photos with like legs like akimbo, titties hanging down, just like
really feeling himself.
He was feeling the fantasy. Are you a Carl person? Do you like Carl?
Finally, yes. It took me 10 seasons to get there, but this season I'm like, I'm sorry for all the negative things I've said about you, Carl. I actually adore you, and I'm glad we finally like see you doing something you really like, and it doesn't feel like you're like flailing around. You look great. I hope you and Bailey make out a little bit, and that's what I'm hoping for Carl.
I agree. I really like him, and it really bummed me out seeing him have this conversation with Kyle, where Kyle just keeps shutting him down in regards to the conversation around investing in Softbar. And I don't know, like, I think as viewers, we clock that Carl is a very like sentimental, emotional, sensitive person, and we don't know him. But Kyle has been a very close friend of his for like 15 years. It's crazy to me that he can't recognize that he should have thrown a little money at Softbar just as a like, I'm proud of you in your work. What are your thoughts on the Softbar of it all?
I agree. At first I was kind of like, well, it sounds like Kyle's struggling, but someone DM me and they were like, he could do a sponsored ad and give Carl some money. I'm like, that's true. I can also see the hesitation because, it's a non-alcohol bar in New York City. So I could see that hesitation of him not thinking it's going to work. It seems to be doing well, which is really exciting for Carl. But yeah, it must feel pretty shitty that he didn't give you money, but I also wonder if it's payback because he would have been a flower boy in Carl and Lindsay's wedding. And I wonder if he's like still holding on to that a bit.
He is a vengeful little bitch, little troll, little leprechaun, Kyle is.
Yeah.
What about when they sat down on those chairs and Carl was like, your legs look so itty bitty. And Kyle was like, what the fuck you say, man?
He is a petite prince, that Kyle Cook.
He's a little Lord Farquaad fucker.
I would tower over him.
I've met him and same. Like, and I'm not tall. Sorry, Kyle.
And he hates that.
No, he's just a little shorter than me. I'm not towering over him. I think he's like an inch or so shorter than me. But yeah, so they have that chat, and it's just it's Kyle, I think, is sometimes a little too aware of the cameras in his business. Like, he's trying to tell a story. because he's a salesperson. He's trying to tell a story on camera that like his business is failing. It's creating a sob story around his business, which is going to make people want to engage with his business. I think that's what he thinks he's doing. And so he's unwilling to have like a real raw conversation, I think, with Carl. When Carl's like, no, I don't want to talk about like the inner workings of Loverboy. I'm just trying to tell you as a friend that like, I hate that I'm thinking these negative things about you. But it seems like Kyle can't turn the camera version of himself off in that combo. And I think it's the beginning of this like brawl that they're going to have, I think in 2 weeks, maybe.
I cannot wait for the driveway brawl between Carl and Kyle. And I think Carl calls him a fucking loser. Or Kyle, whoever says fucking loser, can't wait to see it. But I didn't even think of that. Kyle like creating that sob story so people buy his nasty.
I think that's what it is.
Spiked iced tea.
Y'all, can we just say, we haven't said it in a minute. That shit is nasty.
It is bad.
The only thing I liked, wouldn't order it. I got one for free. But the only thing I would like have if someone gave it to me, maybe, is the like the mixers, like not the mixers, the actual cocktails, like not the teas.
Okay.
I had the espresso martini and it wasn't terrible. It was not good, but like that was like the best thing I had. But the teas, I don't know how they sit there and drink those all weekend. Like they taste like they coat my teeth in like chemicals, and I feel I also feel crazy when I have them.
Yeah, the Flower Boy was okay. I got sent Flower Boy, and it was
nice.
okay. But I'm like a soda snob, so basically I just want like Coke. I don't want some off-brand version of Coke, and it's like an off-brand version of Coke.
Oh, I didn't know it was like a cola flavor. That is interesting. I wouldn't have done that.
They're all sodas.
Okay. Yeah, because aren't you like wait, did I make this up? Are you like if you're not drinking Coke, like don't you drink like Topo Chico or like do you like a seltzer?
I love seltzer water to the point where like my teeth are like, please stop drinking this. It's breaking down your enamel. And I'm
I
like,
had to take a break because of that.
it's so good. And now that I don't drink at all, it's like,
Right.
I love it in like a little wine glass or something.
No, I like those too. I like an Olipop is my current obsession. I like the like not sodas.
Not me. Unfortunately, I have to
You're
have
like, no,
Diet Coke or
give me the
Diet Dr.
DC.
Pepper. Yeah. Diet DP.
Diet DP. And then wait, so I have this theory because Carl starts talking about Bailey, and I have this theory that all of Bailey's scenes in the city were filmed last week. What are your thoughts on that?
I never thought of that, but yes, I will go with you. I think Bailey's a star, and I think everyone needs to stop
I agree.
being so
I think she's a
mean to
star.
her.
I agree. I completely agree. I just think that they're like, we have to get her in this story somehow, and they're like, Bailey, hey. Because the scene, and I've talked about it here on the show, so bear with me, but like listeners, bear with me. But the scene a couple weeks ago where she just like walked to a corner and picked up the phone and was like, "Hello, Carl, would you like to grab coffee with me?" And I'm like, wait, what?
It felt so The Hills.
It was that is it. All of her scenes feel like Laguna Beach or the Hills, and they feel like they're not. There's so much happening in the house, and they cut to her FaceTiming her mom in Washington Square Park. I was like,
Incredible.
huh? Yeah.
I know.
Anyways, back to the house. Jesse bones a girl. Lindsay's talking to some guys about if they have a yacht, and they say they have kayaks, and she says, "I don't think that'll do."
Said ick. Yuck.
Can we talk about Lindsay's apartment? What the fuck?
Her cathedral? Like, you
Where
walk
the
in.
hell is that money?
I have I'm guessing her baby daddy, maybe?
Yeah, but they don't live together, and they weren't
True.
married, so she doesn't have like a settlement from him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think Lindsay's like really
know.
smart, and she probably makes a lot of money from that
Yeah.
hub house in Nashville.
Oh, you think that pays for shit?
I think so. It's like really expensive
you're
to
right.
stay there.
Oh, really? Wait, I'm gonna actually look it up live on chat with you. Yeah, because that baffled me. I mean, I looked up her net worth earlier, and she's worth like, and once again, this is just Google net worth. She might be worth like 10 times this, but she was worth $1.1 million, and that apartment is not $1.1 million. Like, well, net worth. That's like someone who is worth $10 million. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
I feel like that rent is like $20K a month or something insane.
I mean, her and Carl were paying like 13,000 a month, I think. But also, I don't know, do you follow Lindsay on Instagram? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, of course.
She's had so many issues with that apartment recently. So I almost feel like it's like a
Wait,
nice looking
really?
one. But yeah, her pipes were freezing. She had Luke come over. It was like going into her hallway. They had to remove her washer and dryer. It was insane. So I think it like looks nice, but the insides aren't so great.
Okay, so what's weird about this? I have it pulled up. Guys, if you Google Airbnb Hub House, it comes up in a second. So it's like 1,000 a night. That is a lot. But it only has 49 reviews, which is kind of weird. But it says that it's been listed for. Oh wait, no, that's the company that listed it. I don't know. This just doesn't feel like the reviews are good though. Everyone's like, "This is amazing. Definitely recommend." I don't know. I just can't imagine that plate. This place pays for a like that apartment that she's living in to buy would probably be like $3 million.
True. And obviously this could be lying. I'm looking at familyvacationrentals.com, but it says hot deal. It's been viewed 220 times today.
wait, wait. Oh, really? 220 times today.
Today
Y'all,
alone.
if you go to the
So
Airbnb, oh my God, there is a room. There's like a confessional room in the place. And next, like you can film confessionals there with a green screen. And next to the green screen wall is a series of headshots of just Lindsay.
a Leo to her core.
You cannot out Leo a Leo. She has Leo'd the Leos.
That's
They're
so
like
funny.
two of them are her headshots from Summer House.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
This is hilarious. Wait, I have to screenshot this and put this in the chat or for the episode or something. But shout out that the housewarming looked absolutely gorge. But back to the party though, we get a sit down with Amanda, Sierra, well, all the girls and Amanda essentially, and they're just kind of encouraging her to start thinking about separation. Now, there's a lot of conversation online about what really happened behind the scenes with Amanda and Kyle. Are you a truther to the timeline that the show has provided us and them?
No.
When do you think they separated?
I heard that she moved out in like July or August.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Yeah, I thought that they like went into this summer like kind of broken up, and maybe they thought this summer would bring them back together. But one thing I can't stop thinking about is it last episode when Kyle was like, she spends more time with you than me to West. So I think that at that point, whenever this big fight was, she was like in the process of moving out, or maybe they were living separately, trying to be together, but like taking time apart. I'm not sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
I heard she moved out during the summer.
Yeah, I had heard that she was living in New Jersey over the summer.
Okay.
That's the tea that I had heard. And yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that they were maybe separated and then they were like, let's be together for the show and see if we can get into a good place. And then that didn't work at all. They just fought more. And then went and filmed The City, I guess. And I guess they separate during The City filming.
Hopefully first episode.
Oh, it's not first episode. Because I don't think they separated. I don't think the story they're gonna tell us is that they separated until, like, right before BravoCon, which that was right when The City wrapped filming.
Oh my God.
They wrapped filming like the week before BravoCon because Kyle made a comment about it. Like
They
at
should just
BravoCon,
scrap
like
the
we just
season.
finished. I agree. Like I think they could condense the season into like 4 eps and then film and do a time jump. Do like a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 1 time jump and jump to May of 2026 and be like, here we are back in the city. No one's together anymore.
Here's what you missed on The City.
Yeah, they've like ditched all of the new cast members that they initially had, and instead we just have West and Sierra.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's always the issue I have with Summer House. My one critique is like that it takes so long for the turnarounds to happen. They always air the season. The season always wraps airing right before they start filming the next summer. But then we live in this like in between space
Yeah.
from like September to February where they're not filming anything and no show is airing. And so the time gets kind of confusing because also like the Winter House stuff, like when they were filming Winter House, remember how confusing it would get where it's like, wait, what's happened and what hasn't? Like it feels like
Totally.
we're kind of playing with the time and space continuum a bit. And that's going to happen with the city because we're living in this real time world of crazy shit is going down. And we're going to have to watch these people pretend that none of that happened
It's very
because it hadn't
strange.
yet
Yeah.
happened to them. It's very confusing.
I do think Amanda and West were happening, but we're not going to know.
Yeah, so let's go back to the scandal a little bit. So some people are saying that they, a friend of mine, shout out Allison, she was like, I am convinced that they were together all last summer and we're just hiding it. And I'm like, I could see that, but like I am a little bit of more of a truther where I think that they just had like a flirtatious will they won't they for the last like year, but then realized that they could start acting on it, about like 6 weeks ago. But what do you think?
I think watching this season, and I don't know if I'm just like what West and Amanda pilled at this point, but I
Yeah.
did see like even the way that he went after Kyle of how he spoke to Amanda. It was nice to see him like stepping up, but it also felt like someone defending their girlfriend. And I don't know how else to explain that. When he was walking out and he's like, "Love you, make sure to text me if you need me." It's like she has Sierra upstairs. She
Right.
could go to her best friend. Do I think they were sleeping together? Maybe not. But I also think they were heavily flirting and being inappropriate. I mean, even when West called Kyle Amanda's boyfriend, I was like, ooh, that's weird. He's trying to already minimize this relationship. At the first dinner, I think, when Bailey's like, who's single? West grabs Amanda's hand, raises it, saying like she's single. Just a lot
Yeah.
of really weird things. And I don't know if they hooked up, but I think there was something there, and West was like, ooh, I'm close.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that he was trying to look for signs because I actually don't think him and Kyle ever really got along.
No.
And you can kind of tell in this season, like that West just can't stand Kyle. And I've been like Team West on that in the first half of the season because like I've been like, thank God one of the guys is actually saying something instead of just letting Kyle be an absolute asshole and get away with it. Because Jesse and Ben Wardle, they just sit there and like they just sit there and be like, but Loverboy doesn't have any more money. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything, Ben? Who are you to be in Loverboy's business every episode?
Get out of here, Ben, with your Mr. Shoe hair. We don't need you.
He's so Matthew Morrison coded. Yeah, yuck. I don't like it.
He flirts with his mate's missus, and that's that.
Isn't that ironic, huh? And this seeing what happens next week, where Amanda is like, what does she say to Bailey? Wait, no. Wait, what does she say? She says something about how. Oh no, she says to Sabrina, who is Ben's girlfriend to be, that Ben wants to fuck her.
Yeah.
And Sabrina is like, why on earth would you tell me that?
And Bailey's
we're-
like, I said it and got yelled at.
Yeah, right. But Amanda gets away with it. Here's my larger issue with Amanda. Amanda is not a girl's girl. I said it at the top of this, but like she is a guy's girl. Like she defends all these guys. She looks to the guys to take care of her in the house. Like she's going to West before she's going to Sierra with a lot of this stuff. And it just bums me out. And she's throwing Ben under the bus. Like she's kind of sabotaging Ben and Sabrina's relationship by talking about how much Ben wants to fuck her. Like what? I don't know.
And I also feel like, not to be like on Amanda's side, but when you're so miserable in something, you want everyone else to be miserable too. And I
That's true. Yeah.
almost wonder if that's where she was at. But again, like, it's so frustrating to watch Sierra continuously show up for her and just this happening and her doing this to Sierra. I mean, Sierra cried because of how much she loved Amanda.
It's so sad. It really breaks. It really, really breaks my heart. All of this. Let's see I had one other thing about the party or the next morning. This was something else that felt back to the conversation around Kyle and Amanda, like relationship authenticity. I felt this weird sit down that scene that they filmed where he was like, "I'm sorry for the weekend," and she's like, he's just like, "I just want to feel loved," and like she's like, "So do I," and I'm like, y'all, this feels like you're reading cue cards behind each other's heads. Like I just don't. I'm struggling. I don't know if it's after everything that happened this week, but I'm struggling to buy that they really are trying to fight for their relationship on this season.
I agree. I agree. Neither one are changing. I think what happened was they were close to separated when they went in. Amanda was
Yeah.
already checked out. Kyle realized Amanda was checked out. And Troy has said this multiple times, and I think it's really true. Kyle's like, if I can make her laugh, everything's fine. You know, she was nice to me this weekend. We're okay. And Amanda's like, no, just because we had one good weekend, it doesn't mean we're okay. And that's where there's like so much friction.
He just needs to be alone for a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he's like, I think he doesn't need to be dating anyone. I think he needs to just go and kind of figure out who he is and what he wants, because his whole identity has been about lover boy and that he's in a weird kind of like unhealthy marriage.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a
I'm like,
DJ.
okay. And now he's a DJ. Let's just go DJ. Wait, oh my God. I was with a friend over the weekend for my partner's birthday, and she was like, I got a text from my friend. They were at an afters after like a college party after like they were in a college town at an afters, and Kyle showed up.
If
Kyle showed up.
if Kyle Cook showed up at my college house when I was in college, it would be that like TikTok sound, I think I'm gonna die in this house. Like one of my favorite things is when the trailer dropped and we found out Kyle was at a fan's house till 6 a.m. and then those Snapchats got sent around and it was like, he won't leave.
It's giving Ma. Don't make me drink alone.
Oh my God. Oh, not you being 42 and he won't leave at 4 a.m.
Like, what? I'm sorry. You couldn't catch me anywhere at 4 a.m. and I'm 35. Like,
No.
let alone 42.
No, my 4 a.m. days, I mean, when I first moved to New York, I had quite a few 4 a.m. kind of nights, but that's a different life.
Yeah.
But I like a bed by like 10:15 at the latest at this point.
No, like, y'all, I'm in bed really early these days. Like, sometimes I crawl in bed at 8:30 to read my book. And then, like, I'm there for the rest of the night. I just
Yeah.
might not fall asleep at 8:45. I might fall asleep at like 10, but I want to be horizontal starting at like 8:30.
But you also like run a bunch of miles. You have a lot going on during the day.
I've got so much going on, Kelly. It's crazy.
You have a lot of miles to cover.
I have a lot of miles.
You should do the run club at Soft Bar.
Okay, so I was talking to Ryan Bailey today, and he was like asking me why I was. If you're looking for more of my takes on Summer House, I'm also on So Bad It's Good recapping with him, and he was like, you need to just be there as much as you can to run. And when you run, turn on transparency mode on your AirPods, and so you can really hyper hear everything around you, and just like run right behind Carl.
Incredible. You have to.
Honestly, Carl, I'll see you there. But then last thing we talked about the housewarming kind of generally already, but we have this impending fight that is going to go down with the new girls, which I'm excited to see some new girl on new girl carnage about this Dara and Ben staying in that room for a while.
Which
and we
they
also get
did.
this which they absolutely did. Watch it, Dara. Yeah. And then I love how Lindsay rides hard for Bailey, even though she doesn't know the girl. She's like, I like you. I'm gonna make you a star.
I mean, if there's a new blonde, one thing about Lindsay, she hates Amanda. She's been ready to fight Amanda since that 17-page email that they got in like season 3 or 4. But she's nice
Yep.
to the new girls. She's best friends with Gabby. She was really
Yep.
friendly with Sam. Like, she's so nice to the new girls.
No, I know. I love to see it. And Carl gets Lindsay a gift, and Carl's age-old issue is that Carl's a lingerer. Like he doesn't know when to leave or when to stop. I think him walking into the house with that gift, just being like, here's a housewarming gift. It is alcohol. And I wanted to get something for Gemma because like I wasn't really around when she was born. So this is for her. That's when you just like, and she says, thank you. And you walk away. But instead he's like, I just thought you'd like this. And then I haven't seen Gemma. This is a beautiful house. Here is the wine. Lindsay's literally like, please, for the love of God, go away.
She's like, I'm a star and I'll continue to speak to you, but I don't want to. I truly believe she doesn't think about Carl. When she said she never thinks about him, I'm like, no, 100%.
Absolutely not. When Lindsay wakes up every morning, she says what you just said. I'm a star.
And now I'm a mother.
That's the first thought. She goes, I'm a star. I'm a star. I'm a mother. I am a powerful woman. I own this home. But yeah, that's this episode of Summer House. I'm trying to think of any other scandalous things that we need to talk about. What do you think is going to happen in terms of like the future of the show with the scandal involved? Because we've seen what happened to Vanderpump Rules. They tried to continue on filming, essentially making the show about the show, and it just epically failed. And I'm curious if Bravo's going to learn from those mistakes. What do you think is the next step for them?
I fear Summer House may be dead. They're selling the house. The house is up for sale. Jesse Solomon thinks he's Michael Bublé. I can't picture him really coming back.
And that is an apocalypse indicator.
Yeah, that's a whole different episode, honestly. But I love that we barely see him speak now. It seems like he's been edited out of the show, and I think that's gorgeous. But I don't know. I would love it if like Bailey, Levi, Sierra came back, but like I don't think Sierra will be back. West probably won't be back. And as much as I love Bailey and Levi, I don't know if they can hold the show unless Dara and KJ, so that's 4 people. But I don't know.
See, I think you just keep going until it doesn't work. This season has been really, really good. And like, I think Mia, we didn't even talk about Mia, but I think Mia is like an incredible addition to the show. And I don't see how she would be there without Sierra. But like, I think the cast be KJ, Dara, Bailey, Sierra, Mia, Kyle, Lindsay, Carl, Jesse, and throw in like 2 newbies. Wes and Amanda are out. I'm sorry. I want to see Kyle wreak havoc on the Hamptons as a single person. We have not seen him do that kind of ever because Amanda and him were a situationship literally in the first episode of season 1. I think it would be kind of amazing to see. And I think seeing the aftermath would be decently interesting. I could give them one more go around, but it seems like they need a different house, which is a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kyle, not to be ageist, but he's getting a little old for the Summer House.
I mean, he's keeping up more than
That's true.
Paige ever did, to be honest.
Well, don't get me started on Paige. Let me tell you.
What do you think her and Hannah are going to say about all this?
I can't even imagine. I honestly don't know if they'll touch it. I don't know if they're going to really want to talk about it.
That feels fucked up, though, to me.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because I'm sorry. If you are such a good friend with Sierra, not standing up for your friend is just further doubling down on everything she's going through already with this other friend group that she's in on the show. Like, Like it just feel like Lindsay has been so vocally like Sierra in the last 5 days, and those two fucking hated each other for like seasons. So like, she's like, this bitch fucked Austin, and I don't care. I ride for her. Like she is riding for her, right?
Yeah.
But Paige is an actual friend of hers, real life. It would feel crazy to me to not be like, I got Sierra's back.
I could see something small. I could see something like we support Sierra Miller in this house or whatever. But I don't know. I don't see Paige going hard in the paint for this. Like, I think she's trying to, if anything, remove herself from Bravo and not get into the mix as much. But I could see her being like, we love Sierra. And I know they or Daphne, Daphne, her cat, posted like.
Oh, I was like, who is Daphne? I got the cat. Yeah.
The cat has her own Instagram, and she did make a picture with Hannah's cat, her cat, and Sierra's cat. And to me, I'm like, that's about as much of a statement as we'll get from Miss Paige publicly.
What in the Taylor Swift mess is that? That feels like so Swiftie coded. I'm sorry, Swifties. That is Swiftie coded.
Totally.
Be like, I don't have much to say, but here's my cat.
But our cats are friends, and we're all girls together.
In the back, it's like, Karma is my girlfriend. Karma. It's like, that's so white girl cat mom coded.
No, that's what Jules is listening to today.
You are absolutely right. That is what, because y'all never forget, Jules clocked Amanda's ass on Summer House. She was like, respectfully, Kyle cheated on you.
Right, like Amanda's like, how are you gonna let this man disrespect you? And she's like, well, your boyfriend cheated on you. And Amanda's like,
she's like, this bad.
And then Jules got kicked out of the house.
Yeah, guys, go rewatch Summer House. It's quite good. And also, we did cover Summer House season 1 here on the show a little over a year ago. So that is found somewhere in the archives. You can go dive deep into that.
I think the only answer to this, Tom, sorry to cut you off. Yeah. I think the only answer is to bring back the Workus twins and let them get to work in that house.
Let them get to Workus. I actually have mutual friends with the Workus twins, which is upsetting. A friend of my partner Brian's went to college with them.
I love those tall, crazy blondes. I love them so. When they threw the watermelon, incredible.
Yeah, they were gone, and they're gone, but not forgotten in my world.
Never forgotten.
Well, here's the thing. In the similar vein of Vanderpump Rules, when Scandal happened, everyone's going to come out of the woodwork. Mm-hmm. Anyone who's ever been... Erica Kirk may come out of the woodwork because she was on Summer House for 2 episodes. Look it up. People are going to come out of the woodwork and be like, here's my take on everything that happened on the scandal. And I could see the Workus twins getting in the mix.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Can't wait to see what Jordan has to say about all of this.
Jordan lives in the mountains now. He's a mountain man. He has a long beard, and he runs a farm in the mountains. I did a whole deep dive on him. Yeah.
Wow. I'll be doing a deep dive after this.
It's almost kind of like he is trying to be Luke. I'm not kidding. Which feels so Jordan.
Luke doesn't even know this is happening either. Luke is...
Yeah, no. Because Jordan is so manosphere coded. He's deep into worshiping men, essentially. But no homo, bro. And he is I want to be like Luke. And then just bought a house, grew a beard, and started farming and chopping wood.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, no, he looks very different. It's kind of alarming.
I'm excited.
He was a dark character, but I kind of liked him on the show.
Yeah, he was insane. He was so crazy when he would just say sex scenarios that happen on 40-Year-Old Virgin, and everyone was like, huh.
It was so funny. Also, the idea that he worked at Betches, he got hired because him, Paige, and Hannah all worked at Betches. I'm like, Jordan? What did he contribute to Betches?
Sales.
Yeah. IT department. They're like, let's get our IT guy on Summer House.
Oh my God.
Well, Kelli, thank you so much for being here. We covered so much. There's so much going on. And I'm sure by the time this episode drops, we'll have missed a headline.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be back. I love being in a dumpster with you. It's my favorite place to be, honestly.
Oh, yay. I love that. And guys, go follow Kelli on all platforms at Laguna Beach, but then also check out Beyond the Blinds as well as Nostalgia. And now there are episodes galore all over your podcast feeds to listen to Kelli gab about pop culture. And you guys make sure to subscribe to the Patreon. It launches on Monday if you want to get ad-free content of Dumpster Dive. And Kelli, any final words for the people?
No, just thank you for letting me get all this out, and I'm curious to see what happens at the reunion.
Yep. We'll see what happens. Bye, y'all.